What's going on, guys and girls? Josh Shelmy here. Thank you all so much once again for tuning in. And let's get right into it. The hate director Zack Snyder has received has been an ongoing thing for years. Some have hailed him a misunderstood genius, while others have gone so far as to declare him a monster for quote-unquote destroying Superman. And in spite of what some may feel about Zack Snyder or his films, it is well worth mentioning what he has done for moviegoers. Instead of saying he made Superman a mass murderer or quote-unquote Zack Superman hates being Superman, we should look at what Zack was able to do with Superman's character. Instead of making him like Christopher Reeve's Superman, which I am personally glad he didn't, he showed what Superman would be like as a figure of controversy. He showed how a lot of us would receive a godlike figure in the real world. I like to point out that Christopher Nolan did a similar thing with the Batman, whilst he helmed the Batman films with the realistic take, and making Christian Bale's Batman a controversial figure. The only difference is his name isn't Zack Snyder. And in spite of what the internet would have us to believe, Zack Snyder's take on Superman made a lot of people fans of the character. Zack Snyder's Man of Steel and Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice are and have been inspirations to a lot of people. Superman's sacrifice in Dawn of Justice meant a lot to certain individuals. But this isn't just about Superman. Zack also found an almost too good Batman in actor Ben Affleck. And regardless of if Ben is done as the Caped Crusader, let us not forget that he would not have been cast had it not been for Zack Snyder. Because even for those that dislike Dawn of Justice, most agreed that Ben's Batman was one of the strongest proponents of the film itself. And I see a lot of you online. Some of you, bless your heart, you don't know any better due to limited knowledge. But a lot of you online are talking about, oh, why does Batman have to kill? Ooh, Batman has never killed anyone before. And this too is wildly inaccurate. Batman is killed multiple times in comic, game, and movie form. But once again, just because Dawn of Justice has Zack Snyder's name attached, somehow it's all a problem. But for me, myself personally, I applaud Ben's different take on Batman. He comes across as both Bruce Wayne and Batman more believably. Had it not been for Zack Snyder, we wouldn't have that Wonder Woman you all seemingly love so much. Because had someone else been heading the movies at the time, who's to say Gal would have even been cast as Diana Prince? Who's to say that Wonder Woman would be the household name that she is now? Don't get me wrong, Patty Jenkins certainly deserves all her due praise for helming the film. But let us not forget that it was Zack Snyder who cast Gal. Let us not forget that it was he who saw her potential as the character. We should be thanking Zack Snyder. Had it not been for him, I am certain this DC Extended Universe wouldn't have nearly as many likable aspects about it like it does. And it is all thanks to him. Be grateful to a man that was more than willing to continue shooting Justice League even after he and his family experienced tragedy. Be happy Zack Snyder isn't doing what everybody else is doing in terms of superhero films. If you enjoy Ezra Miller's Flash so much and enjoy Henry Cavill's Superman, give thanks to Zack Snyder. Remember films like Watchmen and 300, Dawn of the Dead? His films create discussions. I mean, Dawn of Justice still has people talking to this day. So denying Batman v Superman's impact alone would be a disservice, regardless of how you feel about the film. Something I notice is sometimes we project so much of how we feel a movie should be onto a film that we end up enjoying it less than we could have if we were to be more open-minded about it. And you and I have seen this with Man of Steel, Dawn of Justice, and Justice League. But let us not forget the Batman warehouse action sequence, or Superman's first flight scene. And lest we forget that it was Zack Snyder who brought about Michael Shannon's Zod and Russell Crowe's Jor-El. And the irony of it all is that nearly everyone who has worked with Zack has nothing but pleasant things to say about him, as they should. But I'm not gonna ramble on. Just remember, when you close your eyes at night and you wake up in the morning, nothing will change the fact that the DCU started thanks to Zack Snyder. And that'll be all for this video. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, leave a like. As always, comment down below. Subscribe to my channel for more upcoming content. Thank you all once again for tuning in, and I'll see you all next time.